Struggle. Life is full of them. Sometimes they're just a minor annoyance. Sometimes they're actually life-altering. Struggle can hold us back, it can fill us with shame, and it can make an absolute mess of what we hoped would be a successful, fulfilling life. But the struggle can be hard, maybe too hard, maybe even too hard to face, too hard to talk about, and too shameful to admit. So, you struggle alone, in silence, hoping that you can fight hard enough that the struggle will just kind of go away. But it doesn't. It finds the smallest crack in the foundation, and before you know it, the hope that you were standing on, the hope that you could handle all of this on your own, crumbles underneath you. The struggle is real, but so is the hope. But hope it's not your willpower to overcome what haunts you. Hope is actually found in something bigger than you, or me, or any of us. The struggles that we face, and our insistence to face them on our own, might be the greatest barrier to finding hope. The kind of hope that shines a light through the crack and builds a new foundation, stronger than before. See, the problem is that we let ourselves believe there's these false ideas about reality. We misunderstand love, and we go through life with a disenchanted imagination about who we are and what life is all about. And it all stands in the way of hope. But what might happen if we admit the struggle? What if we admit that our experience may have fed us lies about who we are and our value? What if we looked beyond ourselves to a hope that's far greater than our capacity to understand? See, hope is not a solution. It's not a remedy, and it's not some kind of deliverance. Hope is a guide. It's an expectation. It's a confidence. Hope reminds us that no matter how dark our world becomes, no matter the desperation or the bad decisions that we make, we are loved like no other. And it's that love that fills us with hope. Hope reminds us that even though we might not get it right every time, we are lifted up. It feeds us with the truth that even in our darkest struggles, we can be restored. And even when we forget who we are and the value that we possess, we can be renewed. We can keep moving forward because hope stays with us. It never leaves us. And when we find ourselves lost, hope guides us back home. So if you've ever wondered what is so special about Easter, the answer is hope. See, Jesus came into our world to experience our suffering so that we could find hope. Hope because he became the answer to our suffering. Hope because we're not alone in our struggle. But I know what some of you are probably thinking. The idea of a man that's performing miracles, claiming to be God, and then somehow resurrecting from the dead seems almost entirely impossible to believe. Well, perhaps. But what if that belief was grounded in history, in ancient documentation from people who followed Jesus and even from those who hated him? There's actually a wide consensus from modern and ancient historians that Jesus existed, he lived, he taught, and he was crucified by the Roman government, and that after he was executed, his tomb was found empty. The historical record points us to something miraculous. And if it's true, everything you thought you knew about hope changes, and we ought to pay attention. So this Easter, you have two incredible opportunities in front of you. First, don't keep your struggle a secret, because you're not alone. Not only do you have a community of friends and family surrounding you, you have one who loves you more than you could possibly fathom. But second, look to hope by looking to Jesus. Pursue who he is and what Easter is all about. I promise what you'll find is unlike anything you have ever experienced.